Did my sister the company I built. I walked away, joined our biggest client, and watched the firm that ignored me collapse without me. For 14 years, I worked for Matthews Commercial Construction, my family's firm. I began as a worker during summer breaks when I was 22, learned estimating in college, and finally became the operations manager after graduating with an engineering degree. Clara had been living her life in New York, following a marketing profession and taking infrequent vacations, whilst I had been here developing, growing, and sacrificing. "Ethan," my father's voice cut through my thoughts. "Did you hear what I said?" I blinked, concentrating on the three faces that had turned toward me. "Sorry, what?" I said. "This doesn't change your position with the company. You'll still be operations manager." Dad's tone was comforting, as if he was doing me a favor. "Clara will be taking over as CEO when I retire next year, but your role is secure." My sister grinned at me with a mix of sympathy and triumph. At 34, she was 2 years younger than me, but she carried herself with the assurance of someone who had just been given the keys to the kingdom, which I assumed. "Ethan," she replied softly and with seasoned tenderness, "I hope you know how much I value your expertise. I couldn't do this without you." I glanced at her, wondering if she truly believed Clara had worked for the company for exactly 1 year. 1 year, versus 14 years. "Why?" The query slipped out before I could stop it. "Why Clara and not me?" The room went silent. Logan became really interested in organizing his briefcase. My mother's smile tightened. Dad cleared his throat. "Ethan, we've discussed this. Clara has the vision for where the company needs to go. She's better with people. The clients love her. You're brilliant with operations, with the technical side, but I'm not CEO material," I concluded for him. "That's not what I'm saying," he answered. But his gaze wandered away from me. Mom stepped forward. "Darling, you're a crucial part of the company. You can still help from behind the scenes. Clara will need your support." Behind the scenes. The statement struck me like a physical blow. That's where I've always been, right? Behind the scenes, making things happen while others take credit. Clara stood and approached me, grasping my hands in her own. "Ethan, this partnership will be amazing. You know the operations inside and out, and I can bring in the big clients. We'll be unstoppable together." I glanced into her eyes, which were the same hazel as mine and our father's, and all I saw was confidence. She genuinely believed she deserved it. "Congratulations," I eventually replied, pulling my hands away from hers. "If you'll excuse me, I have work to finish." I turned and went out of the conference room, disregarding my mother's calls for my name. The familiar hallway of Matthews Commercial Construction felt weird, as if I were viewing it through a stranger's eyes. Photographs adorned the walls, depicting construction projects, ribbon cuttings, and handshakes with major clients. My father appeared prominently in the majority of them. Clara appeared in several recent ones. I looked but couldn't find one with me. Behind the scenes, certainly. That night, I sat on my balcony with a bottle of whiskey and my laptop, examining project files as I had done many times before. My flat overlooked downtown, and the city lights twinkled like stars. In the distance I could see numerous buildings we'd built over the years, including the recently completed Harrington Tower, our largest project to date, and the one that established Matthews as a genuine contender for significant commercial developments. The Harrington project